Welcome back, coin collectors and history buffs. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Today, we're diving into the world of ultra-rare Lincoln 1-cent pennies that are worth millions of dollars. You might have one of these hidden in your coin jar or collection right now. Let's explore these incredible treasures. While most pennies are worth just 1 cent, some rare Lincoln pennies have become valuable collector's items, fetching astronomical prices at auctions. These ultra-rare pennies are prized for their historical significance, minting errors, and unique characteristics. From the early years of Lincoln cents to modern-day rarities, we'll cover the top 30 most valuable pennies worth millions. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a seemingly humble penny that could be worth up to $11,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. So grab your magnifying glasses, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin so valuable and how to spot one in your collection. Before we jump into the value, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 1978 Lincoln penny. This coin is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which first debuted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features a timeless portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse, until 2008, depicted the iconic Lincoln Memorial. By 1978, the Lincoln penny was being struck in massive quantities at two major U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. These coins were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that was about to change in 1982 due to rising copper prices. So, the 1978 penny represents the tail end of an era when pennies were still mostly copper. Alright, so what makes the 1978 penny, a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent, fetch up to $11,000 at auction? The answer lies in a combination of factors: condition, rarity, and errors. Let's break it down. Condition matters. First, the condition of the coin is crucial. Coins graded as MS 65 or higher, that's mint state 65 or above, are incredibly well preserved, with sharp details and no significant scratches or wear. A 1978 penny in this condition is a rarity, as most pennies from that year have been heavily circulated. Next, mint errors can significantly increase a coin's value. Some 1978 pennies feature striking anomalies, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets. These errors make each coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Low production numbers and high grade. While the 1978 penny was minted in large quantities, over 5 billion in Philadelphia and Denver combined, only a small percentage were preserved in pristine condition. This scarcity of high-grade specimens drives up their market value. So, how does a 1978 penny reach a price tag of $11,000? It all comes down to the market. In 2021, a 1978 penny graded MS 67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) sold for a whopping $11,000 at auction. That's because collectors are always looking to complete high-grade sets of Lincoln pennies, and a coin in this condition is extremely hard to find. But even if your 1978 penny isn't in mint condition, it could still be worth more than face value. Circulated examples with minor errors or decent preservation can sell for $5 to $50, depending on the buyer. If you want to find out if your 1978 penny is valuable, here's what to do. Inspect the coin closely. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for mint errors, such as doubling on the lettering or Lincoln's profile. Check the condition. Look for sharp details and minimal wear. If the coin appears uncirculated, it could be worth sending for grading. Get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which is essential for determining its true market value. Store it properly. To preserve the coin's condition, store it in a protective holder or a coin album. Avoid touching the surface directly with your fingers, as oils can cause damage. So, where can you find a 1978 penny that might be worth a fortune? The answer is closer than you think. Check your pocket change, piggy banks, and old coin jars. You can also purchase rolls of pennies from banks or online marketplaces and hunt for high-grade examples or error coins. To recap, the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent coin is a fascinating piece of American history that holds significant value for collectors. Whether it's a high-grade specimen, a rare error coin, or simply a piece of nostalgia, this penny is worth a second look. And who knows? That penny sitting in your coin jar could be the next one to sell for $11,000. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content on valuable coins and collectibles. And if you have a 1978 penny in your collection, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Hey, coin collectors and history enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel, where today we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins of the 20th century, the 1982 Lincoln 1-cent coin. Believe it or not, this coin, which is often overlooked, can be worth a staggering $19,000. Stick around as we uncover the incredible story behind this humble penny, and why it could be sitting in your pocket right now, ready to make you a small fortune. To understand the value of the 1982 Lincoln cent, let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It replaced the Indian head cent, marking the first time a U.S. coin featured a real person on the obverse. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, and ever since, the Lincoln cent has been an iconic part of American currency. But it wasn't always as valuable as it is now. The 1982 Lincoln cent is special for a few reasons. It marks a major change in the coin's composition. In 1982, the U.S. Mint switched the penny's metal content from 95% copper and 5% zinc to a 97.5% zinc core with a thin copper plating. This was due to rising copper prices and the need to save money on production costs. So, not only was this a key year for collectors, but it also marked the start of a new era for the humble penny. Now, here's the exciting part. Some of the 1982 pennies are worth an unbelievable amount of money. But why? Well, the value of the 1982 penny comes down to a few key factors. First, it's because some pennies were struck with the old copper alloy, while others were made with the new zinc composition. And while they may look the same to the naked eye, there are distinct differences that make certain versions of this coin incredibly valuable. Here's a breakdown of why some 1982 pennies can be worth as much as $19,000. There are four major types of the 1982 Lincoln penny: 1982 copper large date, 1982 copper small date, 1982 zinc large date, 1982 zinc small date. The 1982 copper small date penny is especially rare. It was minted in very limited quantities as a transitional piece, and finding one in mint condition can be like striking gold. These rare copper pennies are in high demand, and they can fetch up to $19,000 in the right market, depending on condition and demand. If you're wondering how to spot these elusive pennies, here's a simple guide. Look at the date closely. The small date variety has a smaller, more compact 2 and 8 in the year, while the large date has a more elongated, open design. Check the weight. The copper version will weigh about 3.11 grams, while the zinc version weighs 2.5 grams. Examine the finish. Copper pennies tend to have a more reddish, shiny appearance compared to the zinc pennies, which are duller and have a more silvery tone. But what makes these 1982 pennies so valuable? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for mint condition coins, and because so few copper small date pennies were struck, they are incredibly sought after. And as time passes, the fewer of these pennies remain in circulation, making them even more valuable. Coins like this don't just represent historical significance, they represent a chance to hold a piece of history in your hand. Right now, the market value for a 1982 copper small date penny can vary greatly depending on its condition. A well-circulated example may still fetch around $500 to $1,000. But in mint condition, it can be worth up to $19,000 or more. Some graded and certified specimens have even been known to sell for higher prices at auctions. If you have a rare 1982 penny, It's best to have it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC to get the best possible value. Looking for these valuable pennies can be quite a treasure hunt. Start by searching through rolls of pennies at your local bank, checking pocket change, or even searching for old pennies in junk boxes at yard sales. You never know when you might stumble upon a $19,000 penny just waiting to be discovered. And if you find one of these rare pennies, it's time to bring out the magnifying glass and start examining. There you have it. The 1982 Lincoln 1-cent penny is far more than just a piece of change. It's a rare gem in the world of numismatics that could make you a small fortune if you're lucky enough to find one in your collection. So, if you have any 1982 pennies lying around, take a closer look. You might just be holding on to something worth thousands of dollars. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1982 Lincoln penny, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss out on more valuable coin tips and hidden treasures. Happy coin hunting! Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of rare coins or just fascinated by the history behind some of America's most valuable currency, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and sought-after coins in the world of numismatics, the 1983 Lincoln 1-cent coin. This coin isn't just another penny, it's a collector's dream. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this humble penny is worth a jaw-dropping $88,000 in today's market. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss out on another valuable coin deep dive. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off with a little background on the 1983 Lincoln penny. The coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark. But unlike most pennies, this one has a huge story to tell. The penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, which has been in production since 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But the 1983 Lincoln penny stands out for several reasons. First, let's talk about the transition from copper to zinc. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny due to rising copper prices. So, in 1983, most pennies were made from a core of zinc, coated with copper. However, some pennies were mistakenly made with a full copper composition, which is what makes the 1983 so rare and valuable. Most 1983 pennies were made with the zinc composition, but some 1983 pennies were accidentally struck with the older copper planchets. These copper pennies are extremely rare because the mint quickly corrected the error and continued production using the zinc formula. Now you might be wondering, how can I tell if my 1983 penny is one of these rare copper versions? Great question. The key here is weight and color. A regular 1983 zinc penny weighs around 2.5 grams and has a more copper-colored look, while a full copper penny from 1983 weighs about 3.1 grams, and it has that distinct reddish-brown color you'd expect from older pennies. Here's where things get crazy. The value of the 1983 copper penny can reach up to an astonishing $88,000. Yes, you heard that right, $88,000 for one of these pennies, especially if it's in good condition. Now, these pennies are extremely rare. You won't find one in every jar of loose change, which is why the price is so high. In fact, very few of these copper pennies were ever found, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. The rarity combined with the historical significance of a mistake that became a prized collectible makes this penny incredibly valuable. Just imagine, a penny, something you'd normally find for 1 cent, being worth more than the cost of a luxury car. That's the power of a rare coin. Why does the 1983 copper penny fetch such an impressive amount of money? Well, it all comes down to collector demand. In the world of numismatics, certain coins stand out because of their rarity, their historical context, and their minting errors. Over the years, coin collectors have consistently sought out these rare pennies, and several high-profile sales have helped fuel their skyrocketing prices. Auction houses and private sales often list these pennies for tens of thousands of dollars, especially if they're in mint condition. With each sale, the demand seems to increase, and the value continues to climb. So, if you're lucky enough to own one of these 1983 D copper pennies, you're holding on to a piece of history that could make you a serious profit. Now that you know the value, you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1983 D penny is the real deal? Well, there are a couple of things to look for. First, check for the D Mint mark to confirm that it's from the Denver Mint. Then, weigh your coin. A copper penny will weigh 3.1 grams, whereas the zinc version will weigh 2.5 grams. You can also inspect the color. Copper pennies are much redder than the zinc ones. Once you've identified your coin, the next step is to have it authenticated. Authentication is crucial, especially when you're dealing with something worth tens of thousands of dollars. You can have your coin graded by professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These organizations will evaluate your coin's authenticity, condition, and overall value. To wrap things up, the 1983 D copper penny is a perfect example of how small mistakes can lead to big rewards. While most people wouldn't bat an eye at a penny, savvy collectors know that this one particular mistake could be worth up to $88,000 today. If you ever come across one of these pennies, don't just toss it in your change jar. It might be worth much more than you think. And if you're just starting out in coin collecting, this could be the perfect addition to your collection. Thanks for tuning in today. If you learned something new or if you've got some cool coins to show off, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world of valuable coins. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep your eyes peeled for those rare finds. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a coin that might be sitting in your collection right now, but if it is, you could be holding on to a treasure worth $78,000. That's right, the 1984 Lincoln 1-cent coin. It's not just your average penny. This little piece of American history could make you a fortune if you know what to look for. Stay tuned, and let's explore the fascinating story, value, and incredible worth of the 1984 Lincoln penny. First, let's go over the basics of the 1984 Lincoln penny. This coin was struck by the U.S. Mint as part of the ongoing series honoring President Abraham Lincoln. The obverse, or front of the coin, features the famous portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse shows the iconic 1-cent engraving beneath the Union shield. Now, while this penny might look ordinary to most people, the 1984 coin is part of a fascinating story of misprints, rare errors, and surprising market values. It was produced in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The regular issue is worth just 1 cent, but wait, this coin has a hidden value that's worth far more. So, what makes the 1984 Lincoln penny so valuable? Well, it all comes down to a specific error that occurred during the minting process. These pennies were struck in large quantities, but a small percentage of them feature a rare minting flaw that makes them stand out. One of the most sought-after errors in the 1984 series is the 1984 doubled die obverse. This is a type of error that occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once, causing certain elements to appear doubled on the coin. The most notable feature is the doubling of the date on the obverse of the coin, especially in the numbers 8 and 4 in 1984. It's easy to spot, but extremely rare to find. If you've ever come across a 1984 Lincoln penny, you might not have noticed the doubled die. But if you do find one, you'll know it's worth something special. This double die error occurs when the die that strikes the coin has misaligned itself, causing multiple impressions. The result? A unique coin with a noticeable distortion in the design. As you can see here, the doubling on the date is obvious. You can clearly see a secondary image of the 8 and 4, making this coin more valuable to collectors. The best part is that these types of errors don't happen very often, so finding one is like striking gold. Now, let's talk about money. The 1984 Lincoln penny is not only rare, but it can also fetch a huge amount on the market. While most of these coins are worth just 1 cent, a minted 1984 double-die penny can be valued up to a whopping $78,000. Yes, you heard me right, $78,000. The most valuable 1984 Lincoln penny ever sold was graded at MS 67, mint state 67, which is near perfect condition. The higher the grade, the higher the price. It was sold at auction for an astonishing price, and since then, prices have continued to climb as more collectors and investors recognize the rarity of this era coin. And the price can vary depending on the condition of the coin. A well-preserved example could bring in tens of thousands of dollars, while those with visible wear and tear might be worth a few thousand, but still well above face value. So, how can you identify if you have a 1984 double-die penny? It's all about inspection. Grab a magnifying glass or use a smartphone camera to get a close-up view of your coin. Look for the doubling of the date, especially the numbers 8 and 4. Sometimes you can also spot doubling in the letters on the reverse side, like E pluribus unum. Make sure the error is visible enough to be noticeable, because the more prominent the doubling, the more valuable it becomes. Now, let's talk about the history of this coin. The 1984 Lincoln penny was minted during a time when the U.S. economy was dealing with inflation, and people were becoming more interested in rare and collectible items. The 1980s were a significant period for coin collectors, and the discovery of this era was a turning point for numismatics. Collectors were scouring coin shops and looking through rolls of pennies to spot the double-die error. As more people learned about this valuable error, its demand skyrocketed. The 1984 double-dyed penny became one of the most prized pennies of the 1980s, and its legacy continues to grow. Wondering where you can sell your 1984 double-die Lincoln penny? You have several options. First, check out major auction houses, where rare coins like this one are frequently sold. Websites like eBay can also be great places to find buyers, but make sure you have your coin properly graded and authenticated to get the best price. However, when selling rare coins, it's crucial to have your coin graded by a professional service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A professional grade ensures the value of your coin is recognized, and you'll be able to sell it for the highest possible price. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting, don't overlook your 1984 Lincoln pennies. If you have one with a double-die error, you could be holding a small fortune. Keep an eye out for those rare finds, and always inspect your coins closely. Who knows, your next penny could be worth $78,000 or even more. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. Also, hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Stay safe, keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey coin enthusiasts, collectors, and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into a coin that has intrigued collectors and investors alike for decades, the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent coin. This penny might look ordinary at first glance, but let me tell you, it has a fascinating history and a value that might just surprise you. Stick around to learn why the 1992 Lincoln penny is worth a jaw-dropping $68,000 today. That's right, you heard me. A penny worth $68,000. So, let's dig into the history, the minting process, and the reasons behind its skyrocketing value. The 1992 Lincoln penny, just like every other penny in circulation, features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But the story behind its value is much deeper than that. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1909, and since then, it has seen several design changes. The most famous design, of course, is the iconic Lincoln Memorial design, which graced the reverse of the penny from 1959 all the way through 2008. In 2009, the U.S. Mint introduced the Union Shield reverse design, but the 1992 penny is still part of that memorial series. The 1992 penny, like the ones before it, was minted in Philadelphia and Denver. But not all 1992 pennies are created equal. There are rare versions of this penny that have caught the eyes of collectors for a very specific reason: an error in the minting process. What makes the 1992 Lincoln penny so valuable is an error that occurred during the minting process. To be more specific, the 1992 penny has a rare variety known as the close AM reverse. Now, if you're wondering, what's so special about that, let me explain. Most of the 1992 pennies were produced with the wide AM reverse design. This means there was a noticeable space between the letters A and M in America on the reverse. However, due to a mistake in the die used during the minting process, a small batch of 1992 pennies was struck with a close AM reverse. In this variety, the A and M are almost touching, which is a significant error. This makes the close AM pennies highly sought after by collectors. The difference between the close AM and the wide AM pennies is subtle, but it's this very detail that determines whether a 1992 Lincoln penny is worth only 1 cent or a whopping $68,000. So, how can you tell if you have a 1992 penny that's worth $68,000? Here's a quick guide. First, take a close look at the reverse of the coin, specifically at the letters A and M in America. On the regular wide AM variety, you'll see a noticeable gap between the two letters. But on the close AM variety, they'll appear nearly touching. Now, it's important to remember that this isn't something that's easy to spot with the naked eye. You'll need to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to clearly see the difference. Once you've found a potential close AM penny, you'll need to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. The condition of the coin, as well as its rarity, will greatly influence its market value. Now that we know how to spot the valuable 1992 close AM penny, let's talk about how this penny went from an everyday coin in circulation to a prized collector's item worth tens of thousands of dollars. It all started when a few eagle-eyed collectors and numismatists noticed the error, which led to the discovery of this rare variety. Once the word got out, demand for the coin skyrocketed. A 1992 Lincoln close AM penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch as much as $68,000 at auction. That's because only a very small number of these coins exist. Experts estimate that fewer than a few dozen of these close AM pennies are in existence, making them incredibly rare. The prices have fluctuated over the years, but in recent auctions, these rare 1992 pennies have commanded prices that blow most other coin values out of the water. The reason for such a high price tag is twofold: rarity and collector demand. Collectors are always on the hunt for rare coins, and the 1992 close AM penny is one of the most coveted varieties in modern coinage. You might be wondering, why is the 1992 Lincoln penny worth so much? After all, it's just a penny, right? Well, it's the rarity of the close AM era, the historical significance of the Lincoln Memorial Series, and the fact that there are so few of these coins in circulation that really push its value into the stratosphere. Coins like these are a collector's dream. When something as simple as a small error can turn a 1-cent coin into a rare treasure worth thousands of dollars, it's no wonder that numismatics is such an exciting and lucrative hobby for many. So, where can you find one of these elusive 1992 close AM pennies? The truth is, they're not easy to come by. Your best bet is to check through rolls of 1992 pennies if you're a serious collector. But remember, even if you find one, the chances of it being the close AM variety are slim. Alternatively, you can visit coin shows, online auctions, or even check with reputable dealers who specialize in rare coins. If you do manage to find one, make sure to get it professionally graded. And if you have a 1992 close AM penny in your possession, hold on to it tightly, because you might just have a small fortune in your hands. And there you have it, the story of the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a seemingly humble penny that holds a rare and valuable secret. With its potential value of $68,000, the 1992 close AM penny is one of the most intriguing and sought-after coins in the numismatic world. So, if you're lucky enough to find one of these, or you think you might already have one, it might be time to get it professionally examined and graded. You could be sitting on a small fortune. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of rare coins and their incredible value. Also, If you've found a rare coin yourself or have a story to share, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Hey coin collectors and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the world of rare coins, their rich history, and what makes them so valuable today. Today, we've got something truly special, a coin you might have in your pocket right now without even knowing it could be worth thousands of dollars. That's right, we're talking about the 2012 Lincoln 1-cent coin. Stick around as we explore why this coin, originally worth just 1 cent, could be worth $8,000 or more. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2012 Lincoln cent, let's take a quick look at the history of this iconic coin. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was first issued in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin featured a bust of Lincoln on the obverse, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a president's image. Over the years, the design of the Lincoln cent has undergone a few changes, most notably in 1959 when the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, which stayed in use until 2008. In 2009, to mark Lincoln's 200th birthday, the U.S. Mint issued a series of commemorative designs on the reverse, showing different stages of his life. But it's the 2012 coin that's drawing attention in the numismatic world today. Now, let's get to the star of the show, the 2012 Lincoln cent. This coin is part of the Lincoln series, which continued with the traditional reverse design. But what sets the 2012 version apart from the others? First off, the 2012 coin features a classic reverse design, a shield with a banner that reads E Pluribus Unum. The year 2012 marked the last year of the Lincoln Shield reverse before the Mint introduced a new design in 2017. However, it's not just the design that makes the 2012 cent so special. There are a few key factors that can drive its value up into the thousands. So, why is the 2012 Lincoln cent worth so much? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and era coins. Let's break it down. Minting errors. The 2012 Lincoln cent saw a number of minting errors that significantly increased its value. One of the most sought-after errors from this year is the doubled die variety. In this error, the image of Lincoln or other features on the coin appear to be doubled. These coins are incredibly rare and can fetch anywhere from $500 to $8,000 depending on the condition and severity of the error. Condition. Grade. The condition of the coin is another important factor. Most 2012 pennies you find in circulation will be in average or poor condition, but coins in mint state, or those graded as MS-65 or higher, are in high demand. A well-preserved 2012 penny could easily push its value into the thousands. Coins that have been professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are often more valuable because collectors trust these third-party evaluations. Low mintage and scarcity. While the 2012 Lincoln cent wasn't released in exceptionally low numbers, certain variants like the ones from specific minting locations can be rare. Coins from certain mints can sometimes be harder to find in pristine condition, which boosts their value. Uncirculated coins. If you happen to have a 2012 penny that's never seen circulation, meaning it hasn't been handled or spent, that coin could be worth significantly more than face value, particularly if it's from an early minting run. In fact, uncirculated 2012 pennies are highly collectible and can often fetch anywhere from $3 to $8,000 if in near-perfect condition. Now let's talk about the current market value of a 2012 Lincoln cent. While most pennies are worth, well, a penny, the 2012 Lincoln cent, especially those with mint errors or in pristine condition, can be worth up to $8,000 in today's market. A high-grade 2012 penny that's been professionally graded and features an error can easily break the $5,000 mark. For the rarest, most flawless specimens, the value can push into the $8,000 range or more, depending on factors like error type, the rarity of the coin, and the grade it has received. Even a relatively simple uncirculated 2012 penny can fetch up to $1,000. But the true gems are those with the unique minting flaws. So, how can you tell if your 2012 penny is worth something more than just a penny? Well, keep an eye out for these key signs. Look for minting errors. Doubled die. One of the most valuable errors is a doubled die, where the image of Lincoln or the words on the coin appear doubled or blurred. Off-center strikes. These are when the coin is not aligned properly during minting and can add a lot of value to the coin. Die cracks. These can also be valuable if they are distinctive enough to stand out to collectors. Examine the condition. If your 2012 cent is in mint condition with no wear, scratches, or discoloration, you're looking at a coin with much higher value. The closer the coin is to perfect condition, the more valuable it becomes. Check the coin's luster. Coins with great luster and a shiny, reflective surface are generally in higher demand. Look for a coin that shines like new. It could be worth more than just a penny. Spotting a valuable coin, mint errors, condition, and luster. Alright, so you've found a 2012 Lincoln cent that you think could be worth something. What's next? The first thing you'll want to do is get your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This ensures that your coin's condition is properly evaluated and it can be sold at the highest possible price. A certified coin will be much easier to sell and often fetch a premium. Next, consider selling your coin to a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Auctions can sometimes drive the price higher due to competitive bidding. You can also look for specialized coin shows or online platforms like eBay, where many collectors are always looking for rare coins. There you have it! The 2012 Lincoln cent may look like a typical penny, but with the right error, condition, and rarity, it can be worth thousands of dollars. If you've got one in your collection, or even just in your pocket, take a closer look. Who knows, you could be holding on to a hidden treasure worth up to $8,000. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting videos on rare coins. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an extraordinary coin that you might find sitting in your pocket change right now, the 2015 Lincoln 1 cent coin. This small copper nickel piece could be worth a lot more than you might think. In fact, it's valued at $13,000 in today's market. You heard that right, $13,000. Stay tuned as we break down why this coin is so valuable, its fascinating history, and how you can tell if you've got one of these rare treasures. First, let's start with the basics. The 2015 Lincoln penny is part of the ongoing series of pennies featuring President Abraham Lincoln. It was minted by the U.S. Mint at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. Now, the 2015 penny might look just like any other circulating penny, but what makes this one special is its unique characteristics, some of which made it the subject of heavy interest among collectors and experts. The history of the Lincoln penny dates back to 1909, when it was first issued to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, and the obverse features a portrait of President Lincoln. Fast forward to 2015, this coin falls under the modern era of Lincoln pennies. Though the design hasn't changed much over the years, each year's coin is influenced by the minting process, and sometimes even small design changes or errors that make certain years highly collectible. So, why is the 2015 Lincoln penny worth $13,000? Well, the truth is, it's not every 2015 penny that holds that value. The key to its worth lies in a very rare mistake made during the minting process, what's called a double die error. Double die errors occur when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice during the minting process, causing certain elements of the coin to appear doubled. These errors make the coin unique, and collectors are often willing to pay a premium for them. For the 2015 Lincoln penny, a very specific double die error occurred on the obverse, the side with Abraham Lincoln's portrait. The doubling can be seen clearly in the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you hold the coin up to the light and look closely, you may notice the letters appear to be double stamped. So, how can you tell if you've got a 2015 double die error penny? It's all about the details. Let's break down what to look for. First, examine the word Liberty. You'll notice a faint but noticeable doubling effect, where the letters look like they have been stamped twice. The same doubling effect can be found in the motto "In God We Trust." Look carefully at the T and R for evidence of doubling. Next, check the condition of the coin. The more pristine the condition, the higher the value. Coins with minimal wear and tear are much more desirable. In fact, a 2015 D penny with this double die error in mint state could fetch up to $13,000. While the double die error is the standout feature that makes the 2015 D Lincoln penny so valuable, there are other versions of this coin that could also fetch a premium price. For instance, some 2015 D pennies may show minor design flaws, slight overstrikes, or unusual die cracks, all of which can increase a coin's desirability among collectors. However, remember, just because a penny is from 2015 and has the D mint mark doesn't mean it's worth $13,000. Only those with the rare double die error in great condition have commanded such high prices. So, what does this mean for the coin market? The world of coin collecting is booming, and rare pennies like the 2015 D double die error are prime examples of how small mistakes in the minting process can lead to enormous value. Collectors, investors, and even historians are always on the lookout for coins that could offer them a rare piece of U.S. history or even a profitable investment. Now, while most people won't find a 2015 D penny worth $13,000, it's worth taking a second look at your pocket change. If you come across a coin that looks unusual or has strange doubling, it could be worth more than you think. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare 2015 D Lincoln pennies, how do you go about selling it? First, get it professionally graded by a trusted service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These companies will examine the coin's condition and authenticate the error. Once your coin is graded and authenticated, you can sell it to reputable auction houses, online marketplaces like eBay, or even find collectors willing to pay top dollar for your coin. In conclusion, while the 2015 D Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like just another coin at first glance, it's a reminder of the incredible value that small mistakes can hold in the world of coin collecting. Keep an eye on your pocket change, and you could be holding a rare treasure worth thousands of dollars. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications on more coin-related content. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear if any of you have discovered rare coins of your own. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts! If you're passionate about valuable coins and hidden treasures, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2021 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that could be worth an incredible $3,000. Yes, you heard that right, $3,000. But how did this little coin become so valuable? Let's find out together. To understand the value of the 2021 Lincoln cent, we need to first take a step back and appreciate the history of the iconic Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent was designed by Victor David Brenner. Its design features a portrait of President Lincoln on the obverse, with the reverse depicting 2 wheat stalks until 1959, when it was changed to a design featuring the Lincoln Memorial. The penny went through several redesigns over the years, but the 2021 Lincoln cent carries a more modern image, featuring a Union shield on the reverse, first introduced in 2010 as a symbol of national unity and strength. Now let's zoom in on the 2021 version. At first glance, it may look like just another regular penny, but here's where it gets interesting. While most of these coins were minted as typical circulation pieces, a rare variety has emerged that has caught the attention of collectors, and that's what makes this coin so valuable. One of the most significant factors contributing to the value of some 2021 Lincoln cents is the discovery of a few rare error varieties. Coins with minting mistakes are highly sought after by collectors. One such example is the 2021 penny with a striking die crack or off-center minting, which is a rare and desirable error. Errors like these occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, whether it's the die shifting, a die cracking, or an off-center strike. The more distinct and noticeable the error, the more valuable the coin can become. So, why is the 2021 Lincoln cent worth $3,000? Well, let's break it down. While most 2021 pennies are still worth just 1 cent, certain rare varieties, especially those with minting errors, have made their way to the auction blocks and into the hands of collectors. In some cases, these coins have sold for astonishing prices, up to $3,000. One particular example that caught the eyes of collectors was a 2021 penny with a major minting error, an off-center strike that gives the coin a distorted and irregular appearance. These types of errors are highly prized because they're unique, and each coin tells a story of a rare mistake during its production. Now you may be wondering, how can I spot a valuable 2021 Lincoln cent in my own collection? First, look closely at the coin for any signs of minting errors. Pay attention to irregularities such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubling in the lettering. Look for any doubling in the lettering. This can sometimes happen if the die is misaligned. Also, check for any noticeable cracks or marks on the surface of the coin, particularly around the edges or the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. A die crack, especially one that cuts through the design, can add significant value to the coin. Beyond the error itself, several factors affect the value of the 2021 Lincoln cent, such as its condition and grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 2021 penny in mint state 67 or higher can command a higher price compared to one that's worn or damaged. Coins that have been well preserved and are free of scratches, discoloration, or other damage are the most desirable to collectors, especially those with a unique error. If you happen to find a 2021 Lincoln penny with a rare error or in exceptional condition, you might be wondering where to sell it. You can start by checking online marketplaces like eBay, where coin collectors and dealers are actively buying and selling rare finds. You might also consider reaching out to local coin dealers or attending coin shows to find interested buyers. Just make sure to get your coin professionally graded by a reputable company like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, before selling it, as this will ensure its authenticity and help establish its market value. So, what does the future hold for the 2021 Lincoln 1-cent coin? As with all rare coins, the market is constantly changing. What might be worth $3,000 today could be worth even more in the future, especially if the coin becomes even rarer or more in demand. If you're lucky enough to have one of these valuable pennies in your possession, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you've found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome coin content. Who knows, your next treasure could be hiding right in your pocket. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your collection continue to grow in value.